16 extra deliveries, 16 runs plus the runs on the 16 extra deliveries, makes such a huge difference. And if they could have been shown a little bit more discipline, perhaps they could have restricted Khulna to a much lesser total.
Yeah, you just look at the rift or the gap that's now being created in that equation of 103 required or 53 deliveries. The required rate now is almost 12. The run rate is, the achieved run rate is 6.36, and you look at the worm, it's just sort of falling away, dissipating. Now, if that gap gets a little bit larger, puts more strain on the batting side because risks have to be taken. Boundaries need to be found. It goes without saying, batters, as much as they concentrate on the field and the way they want to go about their innings, there's always one eye on the scoreboard. There's always one eye on the current run rate and how further they're falling behind. It's interesting, in the last few days, Owen Morgan has come out and supported the idea of signals. Is there anyone in the change room right now that could be giving these two batters a signal of target a specific bowler? Do A, B, C, and D. Are you supportive signals, Atta?
I think they need to be discussed in the dressing room before the players get onto the field, and I think that's not a bad idea at all. If I can just look over my shoulder and just look at the dressing room, looking for something that I would need to do differently, I don't have any problems at all.
So in this particular over, and the idea was that they used two white clipboards, more large ones, that indicate go. So this is the over to go. This is the over. This is the one we've identified as one of the bowlers where we can get 15, 18, 20 runs and then come back into the game. Very, very relaxed, very concentrating a lot there. But I think I'm in support of it. They do it in American football. They call it a play caller.
Yeah, you got to be innovative, and if you heard what Tamim Iqbal said earlier, just before the start of the tournament, that he wants to think out of the box. There's something out of the box, and I don't have any issues at all that if you have a certain way of passing on the message, you don't forget that you've got two timeouts in an innings, and surely you would have your own plans or your own ways of doing things. But having said that, you still need to see what is happening in the middle. Who are you gonna take that risk of asking one of these batsmen to go and attack? You got to be spot on in terms of shot selection. The bowling has been good. Fielding has been very good apart from that mishap, but that didn't cost them dearly because Tamim is already back in the hut. It all comes to what these two men in the middle feel. And they need to decide that this is the bowler. They need to pick one bowler where they think that they're going to take them on. Down the leg side for a wide. And you mentioned about the required run rate. It's now catching up at nearly 12 runs in an over. So somebody has to take a gamble. Somebody has to take a chance and see whether he can pick up a couple of boundaries.
And there's one thing taking the game deep. But you take the game deep and the required run rate is almost unachievable. Double digits now, so pressure's on, and when a bowler's bowling with this sort of control, difficult, very difficult. Just 6 off the over up to this point. There is the delivery to go.
Yeah, he'll be very happy. Very crucial, very important for Gemcon Khulna to get 2 more points and stay a little bit more comfortable, starting to feel comfortable. Either they batted beautifully. Start was very good, thanks to that knock from Zakir Hassan. Could be some
warm up and at practices. Bit of glove. So there's intention. When you look at those catches, you think, wow, that's amazing. But the players spend so much time putting themselves under pressure to ensure that they have a good awareness of where the boundary is and how to ensure to keep the ball in play. More importantly, the dismissal. Fine leg up in the circle. Third man fine leg has actually come up. Third man has gone back. Long on. Mid off up in the circle. First shot in anger. Misses it. Digging a hole, Atta. This hole is getting deeper.
I think what they need to also think about is perhaps shimmy down the wicket, do something different, because he's still standing in the crease and is eyeing that boundary on the onside. If you look at the field set, look at the field on the offside, I think there are better opportunities to pick up boundaries on the offside. 3 men on the offside inside the circle. Target mid off, long off, maybe over the top of the cover fielder. Again goes down the leg side, only finds the fielder and only picks up a single.
As much as we've also just spent a bit of time on Fortune Barishal and their batting and some indecision with their batting, got to commend, you have to commend Gemcon Khulna and their bowlers. So good in their lines, their lengths, their patience. Even the field set has been spot on by Mamadullah. His bowlers have supported his decision in the field.
Just couldn't find the gap, and it's only a single. We're talking about catches. I think the pick of the catch, the best in the tournament as far as I'm concerned, is this one. Have a look at that. Oh. Outstanding effort from Naeem. Look at that one-handed, right-handed catch up in the air, and Mukhtar Ali could not believe his eyes. Jubilation. That was absolutely fantastic. Misses out. He'll pick up a single. Is he going to go for the second? No. Right, another very good over from Al-Amin Hussain. Thinking. Oh, they've taken it.
That's a very late pull, surely. My first inclination was probably a bit close, but maybe sliding down. But because he went down and tried to turn it round the corner, we'll have a listen.
Going down the leg side. They lose the review. 80 for 3.
আসল ফলের পিওরিটি এখন আগের চেয়েও আকর্ষণীয় মূল্যে 250 মিলি ফ্রুটিকা 20 টাকা, 500 মিলি 35 টাকা এবং 1 লিটার ফ্রুটিকা এখন 65 টাকা। ফ্রুটিকা একটু বেশি পিওর।
From Nestle.
মিনিটে মিনিটে ক্যাশব্যাক। বিল বিকাশ করলেই প্রতি মিনিটে প্রথম জন পাচ্ছেন 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তাই বিদ্যুৎ, পানি, গ্যাস সহ সব ধরনের বিল আজই বিকাশ করুন।
ক্যাশ আউট চার্জটাও দিস 20 টাকা কিন্তু।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা।
Ebar to take on the bowlers. But they've got to give credit to the bowlers to ensure that they haven't given any opportunity whatsoever to either of the batsmen to look to pick up boundaries. Not a single boundary in this partnership. 7 bowlers used. Incredible. Shoaib Islam in the attack. None for 7 in the second over. And we haven't really seen the batsmen doing anything differently. This time he connects, and he connects well. It's Irfan Shukur who picks up an IPDC 6.
This is a very good shot. In the sense that he's gone into the pitch, batsman got in deep into his crease, and then it's just a shovel. Lifts it up, intentionally hits it over the boundary. First shot in anger.
Stay angry.
Not all the time, Anta.
No, the point what I'm trying to make is that if you can play shots like that, then you've got to back yourself up. Yes, it's a really good start to the over, single and then a 6. So you've got to make sure that this turns out to be a really good big over for Fortune Barishal. Right, where does he go next? The ball a little bit too close to cut.
So in T20 cricket, the amount of time it takes you to get in, so it takes a bit less time. In ODI cricket, you probably think the first 10, 20 balls, you get yourself in for the conditions. But in T20 cricket, you don't have enough time. So I would say between 6 and 10 balls Now, both these players have faced 14 and 17, and between them, that's Max isn't.
Second highest man on screen, Irfan Shakur. I thought maybe he could have done a lot better with the bat in this tournament. That's well bowled. Good Yorker. 90 for 3. That's well bowled. Good Yorker. 90 for 3.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না?
শুধু আমার খেলাটা ছিড়ছে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
মিনিটে মিনিটে ক্যাশব্যাক বিল বিকাশ করলেই প্রতি মিনিটে প্রথম জন পাচ্ছেন 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তাই বিদ্যুৎ, পানি, গ্যাস সহ সব ধরনের বিল আজই বিকাশ করুন।
ক্যাশ আউট চার্জটাও দিস, 20 টাকা কিন্তু।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি গ্রামীণ ফোন।
প্রতারক কেটে দিলাম। বিকাশের গোপন তথ্য চাইলে কল কেটে দিন।
And that's the president's box. Everyone bringing the mark. Good to see. Shakib Al Hassan in the attack. He's only gone for 6 in the first 2. It's not going to give you anything to work around with. So you got to back yourself to perhaps go down the wicket, make some room to either side of the wicket and try to hit a big one.
So the point is reinforced here that you have someone that doesn't give you any runs, and there's his field. He's been brought into the attack at a point where you're looking to try and accelerate. So the risk is even greater. It's magnified on another level here. And this is why, Atta. Just read. It's such a simple thing to do sometimes from the commentary box, but if you read the game enough, you then take a risk against someone that is not giving you runs and is a wicket taker, a wicket comes about.
Yeah, he's eyeing to hit that into the stands. It's gone through the legs. Shakib Al Hassan has picked up his first wicket, setting back Irfan Shakur in that fashion. Too easy for him. Irfan Shakur goes for 16. Barishal 91 for 4.
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত 4.5G ভিডিও স্ট্রং নেটওয়ার্কে গেমিং এর নতুন এক্সপেরিয়েন্স।
শেষ হয়ে গেলাম ভাই। ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1020 টাকা দিতে।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি গ্রামীণ ফোন।
বিকাশ অ্যাপে ডাবল বোনাস। প্রথমবার অ্যাপে লগ ইন করলেই 25 টাকা বোনাস। তারপর প্রথম 25 টাকা রিচার্জে আরো 50 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। এখনই বিকাশ অ্যাপে লগ ইন করে মোবাইল রিচার্জ করুন।
Mahidullah Islam on right-handed batsman. Right. Jump on Khulna right on the top of the opposition here.
Nice ball, second.
He's just been very good with the ball. Shakib Al Hasan, this is how he picked up his first wicket.
Try to be creative. It actually hit his thigh and then rolled onto the stumps. Run rate now at 15, or the required run rate at 15.38. Oh. Got to go, son. Has that got the gap? Oh, a boundary! An IPDC boundary!
Now have a look at what he did here. I was talking about dancing shoes on. Put on your dancing shoes, go down the wicket. And that's exactly what he had. Good use of the feet. Goes down the track, he pulls it short and he gets ample opportunity to hit the gap. That was crucial. You got to pick up the gap. And he does that beautifully. Even though there's a man in the deep, he's not happy. It's a boundary. Oh, Derek Head would have been in trouble. In serious trouble. 7 in that over. 97 for 4.
Jumped on Khulna in their 20 overs, 173 for 6. It's a good total. It was a daunting total. It was a pressure-creating total. And that has reflected in how Fortune Barishal have gone about their innings. Got off to a steady start. 57 for the first wicket and the slump. Regular fall of wickets, pressure being built. And now, very difficult task. 77 runs needed from the remaining 30 balls. Rohit Hridoy trying to get a move on. With shots like that, waited on it and slapped it away, but there is some protection in the deep. The run-out opportunity in the last ball of the previous over.
We shall have to run for everything. That was a close call, but the keeper couldn't gather the ball. It has been an ordinary batting performance. That's Roshundhara must. In tough days, you must wear that until the vaccination comes. It is your vaccine.
The fielders can be in their comfort zone. Positioning of them has been made easier for the captain by the approach of the batters. Mahidul on strike. Well, it's good to see at least he's moving his feet. He's getting a lot of bat on that ball. Is a chase on here. Good commitment. Not giving up. Excellent work in the deep.
That's 100 up for Barishal. Khulna has been excellent in the field. That was a back and slower ball. The batsman coming down the track. And well done, Shivagato home. Running quickly, picking up one-handed and throwing back to the wicket-keeper.
Well, look at the second 50. The first one came reasonably quickly, but second one, 54 balls when they needed to get a move on. Lack of positivity by some of the previous batsmen really have pecked back Fortune Barishal. Well, this man has other intentions. It's good to see. Look at that, crashing it away to the point region. Excellent. At least he's trying something. IPDC 4.
That is positive. Mahidul coming down the track and hitting it hard. But the question is it too late? The run rate going up, the required run rate going up. Barishal needs 70 of 27 balls. They need more of these.
Well, it's good to see the the intent. I mean, you can't die wandering. Just give it all you have. Make it go a bit, as close to that target as you can. That's intelligent. You see the batsman showing his intentions, moving to the offside. Bowler seeing that early, ensuring that he pulls it wide of that and doesn't give him the opportunity to drag it to the onside.
That's the next match. Bexim Kodhaka taking on Minister Group Rajshahi. Bexim Kodhaka had their first win yesterday, and Minister Group Rajshahi has been impressive.
So that's an early start again because it's a Friday. Starts at 5 o'clock. We come on air 4:50. Going it down. Intelligent bowling by young Hassan Mahmood once again. Half an appeal now. Is there going to be a review? There's a feel for it. Thinking about it. Mahmoodullah Riyad. Is he going to take it? Having a little bit of a chat. Hasn't made a signal. They don't have reviews anyway.
Hassan Mahmood, once again, the backhand slower ball working well for him today. Accurate.
Well, once again, he tries it and is successful again. So you see, sometimes when you have that back of handball, can lose the shape. 7 from that over, 104 for 4, and it's time for a little signal possibly. Got the call from upstairs to tell him that he's got a signal for the Bosundhara LP Gas strategic timeout.
জানাও তোমার 3টি ইচ্ছা।
দাঁড়াও।
ওকে দাঁড়ালাম, বাকি দুটা
স্প্রাইট।
শেষ ইচ্ছা, আবার 3টে ইচ্ছা দাও।
স্প্রাইট। আগে তৃষ্ণা মেটাও। বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার।
পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি
বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা, জেমকন গ্রুপ।
মিনিটে মিনিটে ক্যাশব্যাক। বিল বিকাশ করলেই প্রতি মিনিটে প্রথম জন পাচ্ছেন 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তাই বিদ্যুৎ, পানি, গ্যাস সহ সব ধরনের বিল আজই বিকাশ করুন।
ফ্রাইডেতে শ্রিম্প ম্যাগি, স্যাটারডেতে ভেজিওয়ান, মঙ্গল বুধ বৃহস্পতি সুপি এগ টামিয়াম, সানডে মানডে ম্যাগি চিকেন।
ম্যাগি মানে ভিন্ন স্বাদে প্রতিদিন।
ভাগ্যিস ম্যাগি ছিল। ফ্রম নেসলে।
টাকাটা মোবাইলেই দাও, সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 20 টাকা।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত 4.5G ভিডিও স্ট্রং নেটওয়ার্কে গেমিং এর নতুন এক্সপেরিয়েন্স। স্টুডিও এক্স শ্যাম্পু পুরুষদের জন্য। খুশকি ছেড়ে স্টাইলিশ করা ফ্যামিলির কাজ না, ফ্যামিলি শ্যাম্পু নয়। পুরুষদের চাই স্টুডিও এক্স অ্যান্টি ড্যান্ড্রাফ স্টাইলিং শ্যাম্পু, যা খুশকি দূর করে চুলকে রাখে স্টাইলিশ। স্টুডিও এক্স শ্যাম্পু পুরুষদের জন্য।
Bosundhara LP Gas strategic timeout.
7, 6,
Just almost over. Going to restart with Barishal. The backs to the wall. Akib now. Take it out. It's been so accurate. Hasn't really turned the ball much, but he's been very specific. Have a look at this from the previous over. Because that appeal for caught behind, we thought he might have got a touch to it. The keeper appeal. Get a feather. We'll find out.
Catch it.
Oh, took his hand off that. Thankfully in the gap, in the deep.
Saqib gave nothing away. Oh, that is the feather. Zakir was animated, but they didn't have any review left. They just couldn't review it. Unlucky.
Nice ball.
Well, smashed it. And he got his foot in the way. That could have stung for Shakib Al Hasan. More intent on saving the run. There you go. Well, he's busy tying his shoelaces. I thought it's just tending to a little bit of hurt.
The bowling effort of Shakib has been phenomenal. He has been very much economical. Nothing. Just gave away nothing.
Chopped away. 4 runs. IPDC 4, but little too late.
That's a rare bad delivery by Shakib. That was wide. Almost wide, but the batsman just had ample time and placed it through the gap for IPDC boundary.
This is going to be a wide, I think. There you go. Shakib really trying to bowl and try to make the batsman chase the balls. Of 18 legal deliveries. But Tawhid Ridai, who's looking in an attacking frame of mind, that something miraculous has to happen if Barishal are going to win this one. In some accurate bowling, some excellent fielding. So will have not. Of 18 legal deliveries. But Tawhid Ridai, who's looking in an attacking frame of mind, that something miraculous has to happen if Barishal are going to win this one. In some accurate bowling, some excellent field.
Batsmen after they had the blazing start, 57 for no loss.
Have a look at the standings, and it was a must-win situation for the team. Barishal, see, languishing virtually at the bottom. They'd have played 5 by the time they have this. They'd have loved to have won this. They're going to go further down. Got a hold of that. That's sailing away. At last, a big shot. He's looked good when he plays those shots. An IPDC maximum.
That is a massive shot by Tawhid Ridai. That was a leg cutter and he picked up short-term jab for a huge 6. They need more of those. .83 meters.
With experienced Alamin Hussain, they're trying to reduce the speed on his ball. It was well detected by the batsman. Fielders in the deep, a lot of boundary riders, understandably. Goes again, sees him coming, drops it short, adjusts nicely. Still got a bit of bat to that one.
See, the wicket has played its part. The wicket has been true, good pace, good bounce. But the approach of the batsman, that was missing, that was lacking. The application was not there. after the start, they just lost their way.
Yeah, it was the middle overs which was the problem. He goes again, big time. There's a fielder coming around, chasing it and getting it. What a spectacular catch that is! Excellent. Shamim has done well. Judged that to a nicety.
Shamim is a gun fielder. He has been excellent throughout the tournament. And look at that for a catch. He had to run at least 30-40 meters, and the way he took the catch is outstanding. Brilliant catching by Shamim.
Well, another wicket falls, and it's Mahidul Islam Ankon gone for 10, 121 for 5. Well, there you go. That tells you the story, doesn't it? Up to over number 7, they were in control, then lost many wickets, and suddenly those middle overs, when it matters, that you keep the scoreboard ticking over, you don't allow pressure to be built on you, that's when they lost it. And it's been very difficult to recover from that.
Teams are coming. The next match, Dhaka and Rajshahi, will be a great match. Dhaka needs to bag some wins, and they will be looking forward to it.
And of course, organic air with the safe hand sanitizer. That board, you're gonna hit that directly for a 6, you get 50,000 taka. Very simple.
That was easy. That was easy. Hassan Mahmood with his leg cutter shot. No timing. And it was a simple catch by Arif. Things are fading away for Barishal. So he goes back for 33, 122 for 6.
Well, as they say, it's all over, bar the shouting. Unfortunately for Fortune Barishal, they've got Mehdi and Tuskin in the middle, left-handed batsman. What can you do as a tail ender? The This is the simple way that Rida got out. Just short, trying to hoist it over the cover straight into the hands of Ariful.
Hassan Mahmood has been brilliant with his lower balls today. On the left, that's a stock ball. Beautiful upright position, nice seam. And the other one is the slower ball. He prefers to bowl the backhand slower ball, and it has produced wicket today.
I've been impressed by the control he has when he's bowling the back of the hand slow deliveries. Not the easiest thing to do. Shot that's up in the air. Fielder converging on it, taking it. Thank you very much. Couldn't make it easier. It's all falling apart. They're imploding.
It was too much for Taskin. That he wanted to pull it, but no timing, top edging, and the fielding has been excellent. Hassan Mahmood shows that he has got two today. Taskin not scoring anything, going out for a duck, 122 for 7.
Well, just have to play out the remaining over and a bit. Just another good piece of work. You see, the agility. Whenever the team is in good spirits, you take your catches. The fielder support has been top class. Let's go back to the stock delivery and the slower ball. This we're talking about the control he has. Release point is virtually similar. So if you're not watching the release very closely as a batsman, you can't spot that back of a hand and anticipate. Coming on much slower to you. Excellent disguise. Just a little bent when he's releasing that with the back of the hand, but very impressive, no question about it. Tanveer, that's all you can do now.
They don't have a choice at this moment. They're not going to defend with the 6-7 balls. That's the wicket. That was a hard short ball. Taskin wanted to pull, but that was too much for him.
It looks like Fortune Barishal are going to lose both their games against Khulna. Whoops! And followed him. That is over. An excellent over. He's got a couple of wickets in that. 1, 2, 3 for 7. What a very good looking match summary if you are a Fortune Barishal supporter. Staring at defeat. Going to be a big margin of defeat, unfortunately for them. Not quite ready. Shahidul coming into bowl the last over of the innings. Go out with a little bit of flourish, I think. go and try for some big hitting. Well, we've asked for it, and another tumbling effort. What about that? We've seen some spectacular catching. He normally is a wicket keeper, but in the outfield, Zohar Islam is absolutely top class.
This is terrific. This is terrific. Miraj cutting it. Oh, that's safe hand. We have seen some great catches in this tournament, and couple of them in this match. Mehdi Miraj goes out for 1, 2, 3 for 8.
Well, oh, straight pass. Smashed it past him. Wouldn't be safe to try and get a hand to that.
Firmly struck. Has been a solid day for Barishal after that start they had. No intention by the batsman. No positivity.
Badly needed a win, Barishal, to keep their hopes alive to qualify for the top 4. It'll be an uphill task for them in the remaining games to depend on a lot of other teams losing. The business end of the tournament and now on its way. Not the right game to lose. He's got himself into a bit of a tangle. And that's been missed by the bowler trying to play a little bit of football.
Almost.
Oh, he's thrown his bat at it. Just getting a little bit of the toe and asking for a run out, and the umpire's going upstairs.
That is brilliant. Ariful picks up, throws it. I think he is in trouble. Is he? Or is he not? It will be a teaser for the umpire. That looks out. The bat is not touching the ground.
That's not very good from the batsman. Just seems so lethargic in going into the crease. Had his bat up, not sliding it along the ground. Have another look at it. Seems so casual about the run. There's his bat hanging in there. He's not sliding it along the ground. He's not trying to get there. No commitment shown and had to pay the price.
That dismissal shows the day for Barishal. Tanvir Islam once again scoring a duck. 1, 2, 4 for 9.
Two balls left. It's slow.
A full toss. Kamrul Islam Rabbi couldn't connect it. It balloons into the air and who else? Shakib Al Hassan. Ball, a full toss. Kamrul Islam Rabbi couldn't connect it. It balloons into the air and who else? Shakib Al Hasan. That's a proper basic catch. Shakib Al Hasan. That's a proper basic catch.